If you want to build websites, you can use HTML to create your web pages. Web pages are built using HTML. HTML means hypertext markup language. Markup are used to describe the structure of web pages. HTML is a markup language that is a standard for structuring content that is web-based, outlining elements, for example, headings, paragraphs, pictures, and links. To instruct web browsers on how to render content, a system of tags are used. This system is the main structure of all web pages. We're still looking on HTML and we're now looking at elements. Elements are used to determine the structure of web pages. Tags are used to represent elements. Pieces of content on a web page are labeled by tags. These tags are used to represent content in different ways on the web page. Tags are not shown on the web page. HTML element. A start tag, which is represented by a left angle bracket, then the tag name and a right angle bracket, then some content, which is called the element content, and then an end tag, which is represented by a left angle bracket and the tag name and the right angle bracket and a forward slash are used to define the HTML element. Now let us look at what is an HTML element. Here we have the HTML element is everything from the start tag to the end tag. The start tag has a tag name and the end tag has a tag name with a forward slash. In between the start tag and the ending tag, we have the content, which is called the element content. Another name for the start tag is the opening tag. Another name for the end tag is a closing tag. Okay? HTML tags. Here we have the tag name, then we have the content that we want to display on our web page, and then we have the closing tag, which has a forward slash and the tag name, as I said in the previous slide. Now, tags come in pairs. So you have the opening tag and the closing tag, and then the content in between the tags. Now, there are some exceptions for the tags, meaning that you don't have a closing tag. So exceptions are, for example, closing tags have no content. Hence, for example, the tag, the BR tag, which gives you a line break, does not have a closing tag because it is a unique tag. It's an empty HTML element that has no content, so it does not have a closing tag as shown here. Also, the horizontal rule, right, does not have a closing tag because it is a self-closing tag. It does not have any content. HTML. Now, how do you produce your HTML document? You can use Notepad if you are using a Windows computer. You can use text edit if you are using a Mac, but you must switch it to plain text mode to make sure that the code operates correctly. You can use Visual Studio Code. You can also use Sublime Text. You can use Notepad++, or you can use Dreamweaver CC. For our series of videos on the HTML topic, we'll be using the Notepad software to illustrate the production of web pages, but you can use any text editor that you feel comfortable with.